I love all things naked. Naked, 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 naked.
Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Ew. Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. I know it's been a minute, but we're back and we're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm just going to jump into the new episode. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of feedback. I've been not feeling my best self, and this is so transparent, but I haven't been feeling great. Mentally, I've been really exhausted and really having a hard time putting into perspective what I want. What does what I want look like? And it's really caused me to kind of spiral into a bit of a depression. And that's a big word, but that's my truth. So much so that, my wedding anniversary passed. I didn't even really celebrate my anniversary. I just didn't have, that's how physically and more mentally exhausted that, I've been experiencing. So that's my truth. That's my truth. And I wanted to come back here and tell y'all, I apologize for not filming the last couple weeks of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I just physically, sometimes you ain't got it to give. You know what I mean? And I want to come back. I want to make sure I chit chat with y'all and tell y'all how I'm doing, because that's what good girlfriends do. You know what I mean? We in a support group, and I know being vulnerable with you all won't be taken. I know you guys will take it the right way. I know we're locked in, and we can have these kind of conversations with one another. So yeah, y'all, I ain't been feeling my best. I'm on the trajectory back. We on our way back. So yeah, let's dig into the unit and Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you're new here, I'm sorry I didn't say this already. My name is Intisar. You can call me Zarzar. Do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, okay? Because we doing wigs. We talking mess. We doing our thing. We are a girl gang, okay? And I want you guys to be a part of our support group. So I'm saying all that to say, let's dig into, this is Miss Cordelia. Y'all know how I'm going to do. I have her in the color M4 350, okay? She's currently going for just about $40 on most wig sites, okay? I'll have the link to my Amazon shop below, because I have her added to that as well. And they have this color too, if you guys are interested in her, which I think this color is kind of becoming my favorite. It's so funny. I'm manifesting. I have so many wigs this color now, which good, okay? Now it is a 4.5 inch deep part, okay? I'm excited about that. She's a middle part unit. Let me take her out, and then we're gonna dig in. So I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, y'all. This was quite literally my favorite episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. I've been depressed, but I have been watching. Okay, I've been watching. Now this unit, okay, has two combs in the front, adjustable straps. Okay, see, just the lace part. Wakanda forever. So let me get in. Let me pull up my notes, because I got things to say today. So this was actually a really, really good episode. If I'm being honest, this was my favorite episode of the entire season. I think that it was just really good to see all the women be vulnerable and have fun. So we open up the episode with Sheree on her daughter's podcast, which I just cannot believe Sheree gave birth to that human being. First of all, she's a beautiful girl. Her mother is beautiful. It's just not real life. It's just Sheree looks amazing, and I cannot take it. So she's on there with her friend Fatoon, who is also fine as hell. I just love seeing women throughout their life. I don't want to say age, because no, but throughout their life, still looking amazing. Nothing has changed. These are both unbelievably beautiful women, and it just was really good to see them sitting down and chit-chatting with the daughter, and seeing how, this is affecting, this situation with Tyrone is really affecting Sheree. And it's unfortunate, Because, you know, I'm really a proponent that men ain't that. I don't really like men like that anyway. If I'm being honest, I tell people all the time, they are second-class citizens. In my eyes, like, all of them. I haven't met a good one yet. But, and I love my husband. But I do think that it's something to, you know, being vulnerable and putting yourself in a position that way. Like the fact that when she broke the fourth wall and said he knew what was up, and for him to stand me up like that was like whack, and then to leak it to the press, baby. And for her to say, you know, she feel like she was scammed just like he scammed those people. I'm here to tell you, Miss Sheree, he did. And you were scammed. You were scammed. You were scammed. And I want love for Miss Sheree, okay? Because I think she is just everything. And I think this new iteration of her, we getting to see a new side of Sheree where she's fun and she's more vulnerable. She's more open. And I'm kind of into that. Like, I'm into that. I'm kind of surprised she went on the podcast, you know, talking about sex. It's weird. It's not weird to talk about sex with your mom. Period. It's just not. Right? But it's weird to do it and everybody else knows you do it. Does that make sense? Like, you know, when she said, I'm curious to know what she know. I'm like, I'm curious to know what your daughter knows too. Because I don't know if this is our business. Is it not our business? What are we doing? I just darkened up the lace a bit. So, yeah, it was really good to see them interact. And for, you know, her daughter, like, really to reassure her that, like, everything is going to be okay. So, Marlo is a Monty, okay, to these boys. But Marlo don't want... These boys is driving Marlo crazy. And part of me finds it funny. Why is that? Okay. Why is that? Like, part of me is like, finds it sad too, right? Because we all know that these little boys are going through something. They don't even know what they're going through. But it's like somebody has to be there to discipline. And I don't mean, you know, beat on no kids. And I don't mean that. I mean, like, but somebody got to say something. You know what I mean? And I think Candy said something really real. Like, you can't bring these boys into this lifestyle and then just say, oh, I'm done, and give them back to the streets. Like, that wasn't funny, but it was a little funny. It was a little funny. Like, you can't get them babies back to the streets. That's not okay, sweetie. But I think that, you know, she's trying to figure this out. And sometimes people aren't maternal and people don't know. Like, I don't know. I know that I would be disappointed in the boys, but I don't know if I would be disappointed to the point where I would say, you guys have to go. Like, I don't know that I would be able to take that approach, because I also understand that, like, asking them, do they need therapy, and telling them they're going are two different things. Like, y'all would just have to go to the therapy. Y'all are going through a lot, and y'all might not know that y'all are going through a lot. So I'm here to tell you, this is where the hell you going Thursday at 3 p.m. You're picking up what I'm putting to you? And I feel like she need to have a little bit more of a firm hold on that. And I hope, I just can't, I honestly cannot believe this woman went around telling people that she kicked these boys out. That's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. My battery is dying. I really want to know. Sorry, y'all. My died. My battery died. So what I really want to know is, how do y'all feel about, you know, the boys and how they're acting out? Like, don't you think that that's kind of like, part of me thinks it's normal. They're young men. The other part of me realizes, like, they're in a space with a woman who's not their mom, you know, as much as she tries. And their mom is still going through whatever their mom is going through, so they have to deal with that. I just feel like these little boys are emotionally going through quite a bit, and I feel like we're not taking that into account when we talk about their story. And I think that, you know, it's nice to see Marlo as a Monty, but it's very, not that any parent really knows what the hell they're doing, because they don't. They just are figuring it out as they go, but they're more open to it because they created those children. You know what I mean? She took on this responsibility, and it's kind of, I don't like the wishy-washiness. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And these kids are going to continue to be disrespectful in school and all that stuff like that because of that. Period. Like, you just have to lay down the law. I don't get it. I also want to be clear. I ain't got no kids. So I'm speaking from a place of watching people raise their kids and being like, why are you doing that with this child? Like, they are not the boss. You know what I mean? So Sonya stops by Kenya's house and they talk about what happened at the Drop It by Drew event. Sonya's getting on my goddamn nerves. And it's annoying because I like Sonya. I like her. I like her, but she getting on my damn nerves. And it's like, friend, you are weird. And the problem is that, you know, I feel like she wants it to be issues where there are none. And that's annoying to me. So Kenya talks to Marlo, and it's funny because in this scene is when I really started beginning to really bang with Kenya, because I really feel, you know, I love how she just feels different. Isn't me? Don't y'all feel like her energy is different this season? Like, she feels different, and it's just, I like it. Like, I'm into it. Like, I'm like, yes, Miss Kenya, be vulnerable. Let us know how you're feeling. Like, all these things. Because if you don't tell us, we don't know. We don't know. And I feel like she gets the villain role. But the reality is she probably isn't. Like, watching her be carefree is probably one of my favorite things. And watching her gather people. Like, we all know Kenya really not about that life. Like, let's keep it 100. Like, let's keep it 100. We all know that she's not really about that life. But when she got up in Marlo's face with the hand, when she gave her one of these, I was like, oh. We like to throw trash cans. Okay, I see what's happening. And I'm kind of like, that's right, girl, defend your own honor. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. We know that's for damn sure to be true. So, it's been nice to see her come out. And Sonya, I just been like, she been making me itch if I'm being honest. So, Drew and her mom go get their nails done. And Drew's mom has this person called the Prophet, June the Prophet. And, which I'm also like, because Drew said something later on in the episode talking about Sheree and when they were doing the incense, a cultural thing, right? Like a cultural process where you like cleanse your peach or whatever the case may be. And she talking about, oh, I ain't doing all that witchcraft and voodoo and all that stuff like that. Like, Drew irks my soul. I mean, you ever meet somebody who's basic, unread, uneducated, and yet they have a platform? That's what Drew gives me. I don't even know these things about Drew. I just know that she says things, I feel like, sometimes that are so culturally insensitive and just corny. It's just corny. Like, it's not given that you are, like, a good person at all. Okay. I'm actually really into this. And it's like, oh, she irks me. Like, she makes my body itch. Even her mama made my body itch. And it just was like, And did y'all feel like they was getting their nails done for free? She said the people name like 5 times. Is it me? Is it me? Or did she sign a contract so she never had to pay to get her nails done again? Which is brilliant. Don't get it blanked up. But is it me? Like, girl, we get it. It's a commercial for this goddamn nail salon. But yeah, they talk about her and the mom. Prophet June tells the mom, which the mom recorded it, which when I go to my mammy tapping psychics, I record it too. Talking about being a witch, and she said that there's somebody in the form of, she's not sure if it's a woman, it could be a masculine energy, a man with a feminine energy, and they're like gunning for her basically. And I'm just like, the fact that part of me feels like Drew can't possibly think she is that important to this current group of women that they would sit up there and try to like sabotage her life. Like, you're not going to get me to believe that you believe that. Like, we don't believe that. You know what I mean? So it's like, part of me, I'm like, oh, girl, sit down. I'm going to darken up this lace because I don't like it right now. Like, part of me is like, girl, sit down. But the other part of me is like, it's that Mammy Tatum assistant. But didn't I tell y'all in my first review, didn't I say this? Remember now, didn't I tell y'all how I didn't like his Mammy Tatum ass? I told y'all. I said, I don't understand. He a little too hype. I ain't even know why. Let me tell y'all something. If you want a girlfriend to read somebody for filth, come get me, bud. Because I'm going to read somebody. I be sensing energies through the Mother Jumping TV. Like, I get it. And I'm almost never wrong. Because these people... Oh, yeah, that's much better. Y'all see that? Mucho better. Mucho better. So, yeah, I just was like, girl, you worried about Sonya and all that. It ain't none of them. It's that Mammy Tatum, even though Sonya is... She might be over there, too. Because Sonya do give a little bit of feminine, masculine, and she give it a little bit. Let's be honest. She give it a little bit. You know, she give a little bit of masculine energies. I don't know if it's the arms. I don't know. But it's giving a little bit of masculine. That's so rude. Sonya, you still my girlfriend, even though you know my nerves right there. We still friends, so don't get on me for that. But I really do not like Drew. I want to. But somebody had to unseat Kenya, and Drew did it for me. So there's that. So they go shopping. Sheree, Sonya, and Marlo go shopping. Marlo tells them how she put the boys out, which to me is just wild. And instead of them saying like, girl, you can't be throwing these kids out. They already feel abandoned. We just gonna pretend like it didn't happen. Cool. Cool. That's what we'll do. It's fine. It's fine. It didn't happen. It's fine. It's great. It'll be, the boys will be fine. But she did send them over to the sister house, which to me is like, okay, you're just going to go spend the night at another auntie house. That's not a big deal. It shouldn't affect them too much or whatever the case may be. And I do think it's affecting her behavior. But also I think, if we're being honest, Marlo has always had weird behavior. Very impulsive. Very, very impulsive behavior. So it's like, I'm not surprised that she got these boys and she feel like, I need a break. I'm not surprised by that. Like, in the least. You know what I mean? Like, I think that she gives that. Like, she absolutely positively gives that that's the type of human being she is. And sorry to those boys. But I know she's going to get them back and she's going to treat them good. So I'm not really worried. It's just sad in the moment, I feel like. So let's move on to my favorite part of the show. They talk. Wait a minute. We need to address this. We need to address this. And I'm sorry I ran right by it. Let's talk about what she said about Kenya. So I want to be clear. I do think that Marlo is going in on Kenya a bit too much. And I don't really love it. I think it's like unjust. And I feel like, girl, like, you do not have to be nasty to this woman. Okay. Like, girl, you don't have to be nasty to this woman. Like, I want her to get, like, really into a place where she understands it. Like, you gotta, it doesn't have to be this adversarial relationship. Oh, she can't take me. Yeah, she can't take you. You're not nice. Nobody who's who's nice wants to be involved in some BS like that with nobody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to feel like, okay, like, we're cool, and then we remain cool. I don't gotta worry about you switching it up on me or acting crazy or doing something wild. Like, and Marlo gives out of control, okay, in Fendi fashions, but still out of control, and I do not understand it. Come on, Pure Leaf. Come on, send me a case. But no, in real life, I'm really, really into the conversation that they had, and I'm glad, and I do believe, you know, I didn't think it was the right thing for Sonya to say, like, well, if you need a break, take a break. I do, but then again, I do, because mental health is so important. And when you feel yourself like being like exhaust, you have to, like, you do have to. So let me backpedal, pussy pot. All right, let me eat my words. She definitely needed to take a break, because I know what that feels like when you just like, I would love to give you all my energy and my attention, but the way I just want to sit in this dark room and be quiet and not talk to anybody and bury my head in this pillow, I need to do that right now. Like, I need to, you know what I mean? And that might not be what the doctor prescribed, but in my mind, I need to do it. So my favorite, I want to talk about what she said. When she said, Kenya can't take her, I don't like that mean girl attitude. I just don't. And I feel like Kenya and Marlo could be great friends if Marlo wasn't trying to make a precedent, which y'all don't feel like she's trying. Like, is it me? Or do y'all feel like she's trying to make a precedent? Like, something like, even like talking to don't get me wrong, Candy is not above reproach. But even, I felt like even her beef with Candy was kind of like, where is this coming from? You know what I mean? Like, are you serious right now? Like, are we doing this? And I felt like it just wasn't real. And I just didn't understand, like, why are we making this a thing when it doesn't have to be? Like, I really genuinely don't understand that. So, here's my husband. Oh, bye, baby. He's going to the gym. So, the last thing that I want to talk about was my absolute positive favorite part of the episode. And I ran through this only to get to this part. I'm going to be honest. The best part of the episode, I don't like how Humpty Mumpty this is. I'm not big on the humps and the mumps, so we're going to try and flatten around. The best part of this episode was Drunk Kenya. Drunk Kenya is a star. Do you hear me? And we need her to be around more and more and more. Kenya is now my best friend in my head. First of all, I have a girlfriend, and this is a true story. My best friend, she's like my best friend. She is my best friend. I actually refer to her as she's my sister. But she gets drunk just like that. Like, like, it is so much fun until it's not. Like, if you're not as drunk as her, it's not fun. But if you're as drunk as her, it's phenomenal. And the whole time you're like, oh my God, I'm having a great time. Like, I'm having an amazing time. And I feel like this party was for Sheree, but Kenya needed it. Did y'all feel that? Like, Kenya was getting cleansed too. So, first of all, Lisa Wu is back. How did y'all feel about that? About Lisa Wu being back? Like, was that like a cool... I thought that was kind of cool. She got a lot of work done. Let's be for real. She's still an absolutely positively beautiful woman. I just don't want this to be wiggy. And it's giving wig nice. And I'm not wigging it. Oh, that's cute though. But yeah, so Lisa Wu came on back. It was nice to see her. Honestly, I would not be opposed to Lisa Wu coming back. Like, I think it would be kind of cool to have her and see what she up to and how are the boys and all of that. Like, I'm kind of here for that. You know what I mean? Also, Fatoon. Love her. I love her. I know I said that already, but I love her. And I love how much of a good girlfriend she is to Miss Sheree. Like, it's nice to see when they have, like, their real friend. Well, I hate to say it like that because I know these girls, like, eventually do become friends. But, you know, that takes a minute. So it's nice to see when your real friends come along, how you interact and what you say and what you do and how they interact with everybody. It's nice to see. But they had a good time. They did the painting of the naked bodies. I'm glad it was some naked people there. I love all things naked. Naked, 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 naked. Naked. Okay? I love all things naked. And I feel like it was like really, really good to see them just have an honest to God good time. It's right here that is going to drive me nuts. Nuts. So it was just really good to like see them have a good time. So Drew tries to talk to Sonya, and Sonya is immediately defensive, and it was really annoying to me because the real tea is that was an opportunity for them to kind of like get it together. Like, that was an opportunity for them to figure it out. And I feel like, I don't know if Sonya wants a moment, or I don't know if maybe in the scene earlier Drew was being a bit condescending, so it was like, girl, I'm not doing this with you. But y'all didn't feel like it was premature her doing that? Like, I felt like, damn, she didn't even really say nothing to you, and you already like, oh, I ain't doing this with you. Also, you did say that shit to Mother Jumping. You did say that to be shady. You said it to be shady. You said it to be shady. And girl, why would you even say something like that? Like, how could you call me your friend and you say something like that? That's what makes Sonya like almost pick me vibes to me. And usually I'm right about people, but we ain't seen Sonya in a little bit, and I was going based off who I thought she was years ago. Y'all, I'm trying to get this to look the way I want it to look. I'm like real particular about it. Don't look terrible, but it's just not what I want it to look like. It's these curls. Oh, that's cute. Oh, okay, there it is. But yeah, I thought that, you know, Sonya was being a bit like over the top. Like, well, I ain't doing this right now. Whoop-de-whoop. Like, you wanted a moment, you didn't get it. Have a good night. And I feel like, But also, I feel like because Drew is a freaking producer at this point, because she is constantly producing the moment, I feel like she too, like, girl, good night. Good night. We do not care. We do not care. Do something else. Go check on Kenya wig. Like, get out of here. You know what I mean? It's just giving wig-esque. I'll be right back. Even when, okay, so I'm back. So let's talk more about, I think I'm gonna shift this. I'm just not in love with this middle part. It's just giving wig-esque, and I'm just not here for that. My thumb. Okay, I do think that's better. I think we're on to something. So yeah, I thought that, you know, they were being a bit over the top, and it was kind of corny. And I also thought it was corny when they were doing the Yes Queen. Y'all didn't think it was hilarious that Kenya made their game up. We didn't think that was hilarious. To me, it was absolutely positively everything. I was just like, Miss Kenya, we are girlfriends and I do not care. I know I have to apologize for all the mean things I've said about you, because you are an it girl, okay? She made the game up. She by herself. Miss Mimi Tatum Kenya was having a good time. Do y'all hear me? By her damn self. When I mean, I was in here like, yes, girl. Get it, girl. I'm like, yes, that is funny. Like, I was enjoying it just as much as she was, if I'm being honest. Like, if I'm being 100% honest, I was enjoying it too. But Marlo was being over the top. I mean, I just felt like Drew was being over the top during the Yes Queen game. Like, girl, you couldn't play the game. I hate people like that. Like, everything don't gotta be a thing. Like, sometimes you could just come through and have a moment and it not be one about you, but about the greater good of the group. Like, everything don't gotta be like a, oh, well, I ain't feeling that way, so I ain't gonna say it. Bitch, get on. You know what I mean? Go ahead and fuck about your business, because you're a weirdo. Like, I'm not a fan of that. Like, we trying to have a moment and you trying to have your moment. But we're trying to be like good girlfriends. Like, girl, but Lisa Wu and Sonya getting into it. Y'all know how we do. Y'all, Lisa Wu. Sonya telling Lisa Wu to be quiet, and Lisa Wu turning up on Sonya. I didn't even know who that woman was. Lisa Wu never used to be like that back in the day. She just wasn't that kind of girl. Like, she didn't have to be. So when she said that, I about done. Like, girl, I'ma finish my thought. Like, okay, Miss Lisa Wu, you going ahead, baby. You going ahead and finish that thought, because it is very important to you. And you need your moment, and we want you to have it, okay? We want you to have it. I just thought it was so fascinating. Like, is she for real? It was just so much going on in this episode, y'all. Like, I was really taken aback, if I'm being honest. Like, I was like, y'all really out here acting a fool. And I just don't know what to do about this. Like, I don't know what to do. But y'all are acting crazy. And I feel like that's what they did. It was such a good episode. It was, you know what else I liked? I liked when, and this is me rewinding a bit, I liked the moment when Sheree and Fatoon were in Sheree's kitchen or whatever, and Sheree got emotional. Because she was just like, I feel stupid and scammed and everything based on what happened. And, you know, and obviously, you know, we get it. Like, we get it. First of all, she's right. Like, we've all been in love before and been there, and the mother jumper do something stupid, and you're like, no, I'm going to believe him. And, you know, I have faith in us. And then they prove you wrong. Every single one of us have been there. So it's like, I understood her upset so deeply. I understood it. And I just was like, you know, and when she started crying, I was like, not that this is the Sheree we want to see. Like, I want to be clear. this is not necessarily, I don't want to see Sheree upset, but I do enjoy seeing Sheree vulnerable. And that's my truth. Like, her having her moment and being able to, like, let us know that, like, yeah, I'm going through it. Like, this is messed up. Like, this hurt my feelings. And I didn't expect to feel so much like this. But since I do, you know what I mean? Like, I need to cry it out and get all this energy out. I appreciated it. Because, girl, have I been there. Like, I've been there. Where you just like, I can't believe I feel like this. I can't believe he feels like this or he would do this. And then, like, I've been there. I have been there, honey. So I actually kind of got it when she was like that. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Bye. Okay. I'm happy with that. So yeah, let's finish on up. I'm happy with this. She's thin. I'm not happy with that. Not really on. I'm not really in love. I'm not really in love, and that's my truth. But let me turn around so you guys can get the bag. Let me know if my tracks are showing, sis. I'm glad we shifted her. Okay, Dina, shift the wig, girl. Shift the wig. Okay, I had to give you a little Dina. A little. What movie is that from? Where is it? What movie had the character named Dina? Okay, who told the girls to shift the wigs? All right. Now, I'm really into the season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm deep in. I'm also watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which, baby, that's good. And the whites is acting up, Chad. The whites are acting up. But it's really good. Oh, yeah, that's better. It's really a good season. I mean, Beverly Hills is actually right now better than Atlanta, if I'm being honest. But the girls came this week. They was not playing. The girls came this week. Drew is tired. And I cannot say it enough. She is tired. Ralph is tired. And the fact that King D said, Ralph ain't got no damn, don't nobody know what Ralph do for a living, almost sent me. Okay? Like, we all still trying to figure out what this mother jumper do, okay? But he said he got a job now. He said he got one. He did. But I do think that this was, like I said, I think this was a fantastic episode. Again, I'm watching all of the girls on all of the shows. So it's not just Housewives of Atlanta. So y'all gotta let me know if I can, I gotta see if I can fit Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in, because Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is getting too good. Do you hear me? Too good. Let's get the bill per good. That's how it's. So all in all, I felt like this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta was absolutely fantastic. I want to know, have you ever dated somebody in jail? Okay. And when he came out, what was the experience? Like, I'm curious about that, because part of me feels, if I'm being honest, two ways. One, I feel like maybe Tyrone really did have some legal proceedings that he couldn't, like, adjust, and that's why they had the issue. But I also feel like he's an opportunist. But I could be wrong. And I could feel that way because I'm biased, and he was in prison for fraud and scamming. So I think that he would scam her. Or at least, at the very least, he's capable of it. But I do think that, I also don't like to denigrate people who have been incarcerated to their lowest selves. We all have bad moments. You know what I mean? So I don't like to believe that that bad moment is a character, like who you are. For some people it is, but for most it's not. For most it's not. So it's like, you know, I don't want to believe that. But I also think that men are tired. Okay? And the real tea, if I'm being honest, I'm just a lesbian with a husband. Okay? So that's my truth. Alright? Because men are tired. Alright? So I done came through and chit chat. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know I was all over the place, but I don't care. I do not care. This actually ended up coming out not too bad. It actually ended up working out. I'm kind of surprised by that, because I was not sure where sis was going. But you know, she went to Ocean City, Maryland. She ain't foreign. She ain't getting a passport stamp. But you know, she doing a little road trip, a little shink to dank. You know what I mean? So if you have not already, do me a favor, bust down, subscribe to this channel. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Are you Team Drew or Team Sonya? Period. I need to know. And I will see you beautiful mother jumpers later. Bye.